What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of lsswap Z. Today we are removing the windshield and removing the dash, and then we're going to take it outside and pressure wash it, then get it back inside and put it on jack stand so we can actually strip down all the suspension components. Right now Jake is getting started on windshield now. Joey's getting ready to pull the dash out. We actually purchased, this morning we went out to Harbor Freight and purchased a windshield removal tool, and ended up snapping right away when we were testing it out. So don't buy that from Harbor Freight, it's junk. Anyway, let's get this going.
You are almost done.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So many dirty jokes on this.
I got in trouble. He gave me a look saying a dirty joke, so I'm not saying them.
Let me catch my breath and I'll tell him.
I'm up to reading here,
Alright guys, so we got the windshield out. It took about 30 minutes or so. You saw earlier I told you that tool did not work from Harbor Freight, so Jake actually came up with a great idea. I'll show you what he got. He had some of this braided wire. Where's the braided wire? There it is. So he had some of this braided wire right here that he ended up crimping two ends, and we fed the screwdrivers on each end. So we fed that through the windshield all the way on the inside. So basically went in this way, and then we had, I was on the inside and he was on the outside, as you saw, and we kind of sewed the sealant through all the way around. It was pretty easy actually. I mean, we did not save the windshield, and that wasn't our plan because we're gonna put a laxan in there, but there it is. It's all out now. Now we're gonna go after the dash. So the steering wheel is off, as you saw earlier. Kind of drop the column and pull the wheel out, but we have some rust right here, so this section is gonna need some work. And we still gotta scrape this off, and we'll do here in a little bit. But the windshield is out, that's good, and we're gonna go after the dash now. Alright guys, everything's out. We finally got the dash, got the wire harness, as you saw it in time lapse. So now basically we have the pedals are out. We got the rest of the sound dampening. So the interior is all stripped out to the bare metal. Harness is out. We ended up pulling the brake lines out of here, the ones you saw earlier sticking up. So the windshield is out. Sorry. And then I went ahead and cleaned everything up. All the sealant that was right here, so everything's clean. We do have a little bit of rust going on here, but I'm gonna clean it up later a bit more. But for now, the rain stopped outside, so we're gonna go ahead and push this car outside and pressure wash everything so we can get it back in the garage and get it on jack stand. What's going on, guys? So I think we're all done for the night. As you saw, we removed that firewall in the engine bay. That is all out, and we got about 99% of the speaker box out and drilled. So for what is going to happen here in with this sheet metal, we're gonna cut. So there's two layers right here where it sits. So we spot drilled all these welds, and how we're gonna close this up, we're gonna trim first layer, which is the forward one. We're gonna cut it down, and then we're gonna take the back piece right here, fold it over, and we're gonna weld all the way around to make it nice, clean look. So once you look down it, it's just gonna be wrapped down, and you're not gonna be able to tell this was ever here. So, and then these spots right here where it came out, we're gonna cut out and make some plates that we're gonna close both sides off on the left and the right, and that should be looking pretty nice and sharp once it's all painted and welded and painted. And here's the speaker box. So for the most part, it is all out. This whole bottom section got removed, the middle piece got removed, and the only thing we got left is these sides. So we kind of ran out of spot weld drill bits, so we can't finish that tonight. We only had two, and it basically took two to do what we did today. So we're gonna have to come back and take care of the rest next day. But first we thought about cutting this piece out also. That was the part of the speaker box floor. But what we're thinking about is making the sheet metal here for a firewall and connecting it to that strut bar. So I know we spoke about cutting that out and welding a tube in the middle down lower, but I think we just thought about how we're going to do the firewall, and I think just closing that whole section off would work pretty good. So we'll see later how it's going to go. We might get a sheet metal and test fit it and see how that works out. But as far as everything else goes, it all came out nice and clean, and we're pretty happy with it. So the dash is all out, as you saw earlier. The pedal box is out, heater core's out, the wire harness is out, windshield is out. So I did quite a bit of work today. For the next video, I think we're gonna do is start plugging all the holes in the engine bay. As you all know, there's a whole bunch of holes from the OEM harnesses, brackets. I think all that's gonna get shaved off, plugged in, so it looks nice and clean. Same thing goes for the inside of the car. I kind of want to make it as clean as possible and as neat as possible, so all looks good whenever we paint it. So for tonight, guys, I think that's gonna be it. I apologize for a lot of time lapse, but as soon as we done, I guess, plugging all the holes and shaving everything down, then we're gonna start making how-to videos, and it's gonna be less time lapse and more involved videos on how to do stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching. Please hit that like button, subscribe, it will help us out, and I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.